Well, easy. Well done today. An unbeaten century for you. Got the draw as well. Guess that's kind of what was needed from the guys today.
Yeah, of course. I think overall we're pretty happy with the draw. I think obviously when they got 820, I think we needed to show some real character. Not just to cave in. I think we showed that obviously in abundance. I think it epitomised last night with Ben Rain obviously batting injured. Shows the sort of type of characters that we have in our dressing room. And like I say, I thought Amelia obviously played really nicely. Obviously today, and like I say, we're happy that we came away with a draw.
Going back to yesterday when you were kind of just very simple, just batting the remaining 2 days, how do you deal with that as a batter and as a captain in particular, in terms of knowing that the only thing against you is time, really? How do you kind of just find it within you to keep going?
Yeah, well, obviously just batting. I don't think anything really changes, to be honest. I think the approach today probably is slightly different because but I think you're just trying to bat in just a normal innings, really. I think obviously you got lots of time on your hands, so you can make big scores. And we obviously knew it was a good wicket, so probably a couple of our batters would have been disappointed yesterday, that they didn't go on and make a big score.
Coming towards the end of play here, I can see you have a quick look at the scoreboard. Were you just trying to get those twin tons at the end there?
Yeah, absolutely.
It says good wicket.
Yeah, it's obviously a good wicket, and I think once I got into the 80s, I thought, well, might as well have a go at hitting a couple of boundaries. I don't think they were too pleased, but I think any batter in the country in my position on 98, I think they'd have wanted the extra 2 runs as well.
Got to ask about the Kookaburra ball. You kind of get it as a double-edged sword, as an opening bat and as a captain. Just what are your thoughts on this experiment that we're using the Kookaburra ball for 4 rounds? We've had 2 rounds already, still got 2 to go. What are your thoughts on it?
I think it's tricky. I think obviously groundsmen probably don't know what wickets to prepare to create a result. The only team probably like Somerset obviously prepare really turning wickets, which I think they've had a little bit of success with the Kookaburra ball over the last couple of years. But I think most teams have struggled with it. I think the ground staff and probably the bowlers trying to adapt and use a different ball. Maybe we'll get better if we keep doing it, or maybe not. Maybe part of the English county season is just using the dukes. But I don't mind it as a trial, and obviously as a batter, if you can get through that first hour or so, you can make big scores.
Looking ahead to the weekend, we're now straight back into blast action. How do you kind of stay mentally refreshed as skipper?
I don't know. I think obviously you just get into the midst of the county season, and obviously we play an awful lot of cricket, so I think you just almost go into autopilot. We obviously travel back tonight on the train, and we'll have tomorrow off, and then like say, you just got to deal with it ultimately.